Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. My name is Wesley Harris. I'm running for North Carolina House, District 105, which is the Ballantyne area. District 105 is one of the most flippable districts in the entire state. And it is the key to breaking the supermajority in Raleigh so we can get a government that finally represents us. I'm a North Carolinian born and bred. I was born in Alexander County, and I did most of my growing up in Iredell County before I moved down to Charlotte. And I'm running because I'm tired of seeing our state merely scratch the surface of our potential. The current legislator claims that because our economy is doing so well, they're doing the right job. But in reality, that's false. The history of our current economic success did not begin in 2010. It began in investments in our people and our education starting in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. And we are not doing that right now, and we have to continue doing that. I'm running because we have to focus on smart investments in quality education and infrastructure so not only can we continue our economic progress, but this economic growth that we're witnessing can seep into all sectors of our economy so everyone can benefit from it. We have to solve our economic mobility crisis, and to do that, we have to go back to investing in our people, not to cutting taxes on our wealthiest and our corporations. Again, my name is Wesley Harris. I'm running for North Carolina House District 105, and I appreciate your support. I'll be around all night, so I'll be happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Natasha Marcus, and I am running for North Carolina Senate District 41. All the districts have been redrawn this year, so I always like to remind people to check your maps and see if you are lucky enough to be one of the folks who is now in new Senate District 41. The reason it's so exciting is it used to be a solidly Republican district, and my opponent, Jeff Tart, has been in the Senate with no real opposition for 6 years. But they had to redraw the districts this year. Can I hold it this way a little bit so I can look at those people? Thank you. And what's exciting is it now has more Democrats than Republicans in the district. And this district voted for Hillary over Trump by 5 percentage points. And for Governor Roy Cooper by 10. Whoa! That makes this district the best chance we have to pick up a Senate seat in the whole state. So if you're lucky enough to be in Senate District 41, you can be part of the change for North Carolina. We are way out of balance in Raleigh. We have so many Republicans, they don't even have to listen to us Democrats anymore. We can't let that continue. So I'm Natasha Marcus. I live in Davidson, which is the northernmost part of this district. It comes all the way down here to South Ballantyne, the southernmost part of this district. So I'm glad to meet some new folks and see some people I know. Nick Clift is here. Thank you so much for having this group to come and talk to. Good job. I am running because I care about education. My opponent says he cares about it, but he and his party have been in charge since 2010, and you know where we are in education. $10,000 below typical salary for a teacher. Our neighboring states all pay $10,000 more. Our per pupil spending is not even where it was before the recession hit. And we have many, many more students in our public schools than we ever had before. I care about the coal ash and the drinking water that my opponent seems to think is fine. Let's just leave it there and let it leach into the drinking water. It's not okay with me. I don't think it's okay with you. And I think we should have a system that provides health care for everyone.
Yes.
Should be a basic right.
Yes.
So those are some of the reasons that I am compelled to run. We can win this with your help. We're going to be knocking doors and doing phone banks. I am the Democrat running against the Republican incumbent. So remember me all the way to November and help me get there, please. Thank you. Natasha Marcus.
I want to let you know this. This campaign ultimately will be about values. And the fact is, over the course of 11 years since I was first an assistant district attorney, I made sure that I stood up for victims of crime, particularly victims of homicide, domestic violence, and rape cases. I made sure that when I was working with people who were fighting through addiction and helping them back onto the road to recovery and treatment for it, these things were important to me. I was leading and training prosecutors not to keep score, but to make sure that they were being honest and making sure that the work that they did actually helped somebody in further communities. In the 5 months since I was appointed by Governor Cooper, these are exactly the values that I've tried to make sure that we're upholding. And so when we are trying to empower victims through our work for domestic violence victims and victims of child abuse and sexual assault, by championing for a family justice center that actually creates a one-stop shop so that the needs of all victims can be met and their families, building a trauma-informed community, we further these values. when we lift the financial constraints on people who made mistakes but are trying to keep their record clean by entering deferred prosecution, we further these values. We further these values when we create a permanent expungement clinic in the courthouse, which allows people that have made a mistake many years ago to go and start the work of actually getting their record clean so they can be positive contributors to this community and to our families and our institutions. If these are your values as well, then I ask you to support my campaign. When you walk and see that ballot, I want to make sure that you know that you have the chance to make sure that Spencer Merriweather remains your district attorney and gives you the justice that you can trust.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay, I don't know what to do with my hands.
That's okay, you have to learn.
I'm like, can I hold your hands? Okay, here, can I do this?
She was at that county convention.
All right, my name is Susan Rodriguez McDowell. I forgot my name tag tonight, so shame on me.
That's okay.
I am running for County Commission District 6. So if you live in South Charlotte, I am running to represent you. I see, is that Trevor? Hey, Trevor. Right now, we have an incumbent in District 6 who has been there for 22 years. Okay, let that sink in, y'all. 22 years Republican representation in District 6. Now, District 6 runs all the way from Mint Hill, all the way on the south part of the county, all the way over to Lower Steel Creek. Okay, so it's 29 precincts. It's a huge area, and that area has never had a Democrat representing it. So I'm running to do that, and I need your help. I need volunteers to help get the word out for November, and we're starting that work now. We need money. We really need money, and so I'm here to talk with you all. If anyone has, I really want to know what your issues are. Give me your 1 or 2 issues that you guys are most concerned about, because I really want to represent you. All right, so thank you very much.
Tell them who you're running against.
Oh, did I not say who I was running against? Okay, his name is Bill James. If you all do not know who Bill James is, I think you do because I hear the booze. If anyone is like, well, I don't know who Bill James is, I want you to go and Google Bill James and look at his Twitter feed, okay? Because y'all, we need to get rid of Bill James, okay? He needs to retire. It's time, okay? So it's time for some new blood.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
You'll be a part of it, but we're going to make Mecklenburg County at the top in education. Hope that that will impel you to vote for Trevor Fuller, and if not, I hope to be first in your heart. So thank you for having me tonight.